Hi, it's Gerry Carlson here, and if you couldn't already tell by now, I'm never going to get tired of watching Gerry Anderson shows. His classic puppet Supermarionation shows from the 60s, they're classics for the ages. Network Entertainment over in England has put out several of the shows on remastered Blu-rays. I've covered a few on this channel, but today we're taking a look at Stingray, where a supercar took us in a car that could fly, and Fireball XL5 took us to space. Stingray takes us under the sea. I'm going to unbox this release, share my opinion, and let you know what I think. Nice cover art there with some close-ups of our main characters and the title ship there. There's our spine text. Here's the back cover with a description of the show. And if you notice down here, region A, B, and C. So this will play in any Blu-ray player regardless of what country you're in. Inside the front cover, we have an episode list. Over here we have disc 1. Disc 2, Disc 3, Disc 4. I'm admittedly not huge about how all the discs have the same art. I wish they would have done like characters and shown off a few different ones there. I'll read the description here regarding the restoration. Stingray has been newly scanned to 2K resolution from the original 35mm camera negative and restored in its original broadcast aspect ratio of 1.33 to 1. The restoration involved both automated and manual removal of film dirt and damage and correction of major instability, warping, and density fluctuations. NB. The original negatives for the episodes The Golden Sea, Stand By for Action, and Eastern Eclipse were either wholly or partially missing an intermediate positive, and I'll read the description of the show on the back cover for those who aren't familiar with it. Anything can happen in the next half hour. Gerry and Sylvia Anderson's much beloved Supermarionation series, their first in color, has been restored in high definition from the original 35mm film elements for this Blu-ray edition. It is 2065. Captained by the heroic Troy Tempest and his sidekick Phones, they report to Commander Sam Shore and his daughter Atlanta at their Marineville base. The adventures begin when Troy and Phones are captured by the undersea despot Titan, and their only chance of rescue is Titan's slave, Marina. Gerry Anderson was a visionary when it came to children's entertainment back in the 1960s. These Supermarionation shows, the amount of work that must have gone into these is absolutely staggering. Considering you have to make all these puppets, vehicles, and sets by hand, and then find a way of bringing it all to life. Anderson was always just a master of his craft. This was his third sci-fi Supermarionation series and the first one broadcast in color. It is an interesting change of pace. We get to see underwater settings instead of, the skies, the land, space, and that mixes it up very interestingly. Once again, we get the usual cast of characters, including human aquanauts who are down patrolling the oceans, but then we have plenty of strange sea monster creatures as well. Some good, some evil. And of course, it's even more interesting when Troy Tempest finds himself in a love triangle between Atlanta, the daughter of his commanding officer, and Marina, the mute former slave of Titan, who he finds himself smitten with as well. The show ran for, I believe, 39 episodes. That's like the magic number it seems like every Gerry Anderson show back then ran for. And every one of them that I've watched so far, I've barely scratched the surface of this set because there's so many episodes. But everything I've watched so far looks absolutely fantastic. Picture quality, like they were saying earlier in those liner notes in the package, it looks gorgeous thanks to these restoration efforts. All these Gerry Anderson shows I've reviewed so far on my channel, they really benefit from this uptick in the remastering and, of course, high definition formats. Stingray is no exception. I don't know if it looks quite as sharp as the earlier two black and white Supermarionation series, but I'm very happy with what I see here. Sadly, no bonus features in this set aside from 2 episodes that have commentary from Gerry Anderson. There is a big, more elaborate box with swag that actually has an additional bonus features disc, although I didn't want to shell out the considerably extra money for that, and I'm pretty happy with what I have here. If I can find a bargain on that big box set, I might go for it, and if I do, I'll certainly cover it on this channel. So if you're a fan of Gerry Anderson and his work, this set comes highly recommended. Are you a fan of Stingray? Do you think it's the best of Gerry Anderson's Supermarionation shows? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content, as I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Gerry Carlson. I'll see you next time.